But the margins have got to be won by Orlando.
And Carroll turns it over. Derrick White, the crossover, goes at Wagner, floats it up. And the Celtics get their first points. Jaylen Brown. Brown sidestep, kicks it out. White, corner three. That's good. Jaylen Brown double team. Holiday fakes, Holiday drives. White, good look on this side. That one in and out. Caldwell Pope chips it. Brown gets the rebound. Porzingis up top to White. Long three-pointer. That's good. There's Cole Anthony. Pass deflected by Porzingis. That's size once again. White and Pritchard. Pritchard stops, pops, and hits. Peyton Pritchard nails the three-pointer. White looking for Horford. Season opening. Gets inside. Comes up short. Well defended by Caldwell Pope. White looking for Horford. Season opening. Gets inside. Comes up short. Well defended by Caldwell Pope. White looking for Horford. Season opening. Gets inside. Comes up short. Well defended by Caldwell Pope. Well, Banchero and Wagner now with 24 of the 28 points for Orlando. White wide open. Three-pointer's good. His third three-pointer. One with the Lakers, one with the Nuggets. Jaylen Brown, hesitation move. Up top, Porzingis. White, corner three.
On the season, making threes, they're 5 for 14.
Derrick White tries to answer and does. White with 14 points here in the first half. He's 4 of 6 from 3.
I'm living with those contested twos last two possessions.
Banchero drive, shot blocked by White. Slapped it off the backboard. Tatum comes the other end. Tatum lost it off his leg. Tatum posting up. Corey Joseph jump shot. It's good. Height advantage for Tatum. Low scoring game here in the first half. Tatum lets it fly. Can't connect. Tatum just 2 of 7.
Just the poise, knowing that it's going to be a game of runs, not letting the game get away from them. He was very pleased with the first half. About limiting the Celtics threes. He said, I'm knocking wood on that one.
Carroll, the game's leading scorer, 19 in the first half. Got Holiday all over him. Porzingis there to help. Ball poked away. Here comes White. Holiday, nice feed inside. White gets bumped, banks it home. He thought a whistle should have happened. There was certainly contact there.
Handle Mike, but great timing. He can quick shoot somebody who's got more size.
Derrick White puts it in. Three-pointer for White, his 5th three-pointer.
Great timing. He can quick shoot somebody who's got more size.
Derrick White puts it in. Three-pointer for White, his 5th three-pointer.
Shots the moment. He's got 21 points already, and there's 8 minutes to go in the third.
Shot a career-high 16.5 points per game this year. He's become beloved here in Boston.
Well, that was a block for Derrick White. Don't ask for a travel. They'll take away your block.
White for 3. That one's short. And Carroll chased by Pritchard, trying to throw it off him, and it deflects. No, Pritchard was out of bounds. White, catch, shoot, score. Three-pointer for White, his 6th three-pointer. He's got 25. White turns, fires, hits the side of the backboard. Goes right to Tatum, go back for Carter. That turnover. They had the numbers too. White down the other end, stops and banks it home. And Banchero has Derrick White in front of it. Inside, blocked by Horford. And then a foul on that pass. Horford got fouled. The momentum is kind of halted right here with a long stoppage. White drives on Carter, pulls up, push shot. Carter the rebound.
I would not be surprised to see more and more players coming to play next to that young man.
Derrick White drills another 3, his 7th of the game. A 30-point game for White. Wagner can't get it to fall. White drives again, scoop layup, can't get it. Right back here at the TD Garden. Wagner misses. Derrick White comes flying in.
White picked up by Banchero. Horford clears the area. White off the dribble. Floater no good. Horford got his hands up. Off the bench is going to be Caleb Houston. Brown kicking around the perimeter. Porzingis way off. White is there, and he's fouled. And the first Magic player off the bench is going to be Caleb Houston. Brown kicking around the perimeter. Porzingis way off. White is there, and he's fouled by Banchero. That's number 2 on Banchero. White is coming off a 30-point performance, 7 of 12 from long range in game 1. 14.3 points, 3.5 assists, just under 4 rebounds per game, and a steal.
For Orlando, just staying attached here, so important.
Teardrop doesn't go. Wagner. Magic trying to get back defensively. The lane opens up, and White finishes with a left hand. For the Orlando Magic, can they stay connected tonight here in the Caldwell Pope? They needed a 3, and it rolls out.
Pritchard also adept at getting downhill.
Porzingis, big finish off the inbound feed.
Leading to that easy dunk by Carter.
So Wendell Carter cuts into the Boston lead. White misses on the 3-ball. Holiday peeks at the clock, screen set, White. Knock away, turnover. Give credit to Joseph, who got a piece. Accelerating, Caldwell Pope layup, no!
That it would be one in the trenches. The most physical team is going to win the matchup tonight.
Here's Horford. Great angle! +1. White, he's going to hoist. Off the heel, rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis lost it, Carter got a piece. Holiday, sets, fires, no good. Horford the offensive board. White, the corner J is money. Carter doesn't leave his spot. Brown one-on-one, turns the corner, kicks it, Porzingis, shot clock winding down. White has to toss it up. Off the mark, cleared by Caldwell Pope. 18 now for Franz Wagner. Open look, put it on the board, Porzingis. Kick it, White, contested 3, no.
For the Magic, they're doing a better job this evening.
The last Celtic team to repeat, 1969. Holiday gets to the rack. Banchero, the fade, no. On the inside, Carter taken away by White. White accelerates. Circles and scores.
Huge for Joe Mazzulla and the Celtics.
Wagner sits. Houston replaces him. Shot clock is down to 4. Joseph, pull up, blocked by Holiday. 5-second difference, shot clock, the game clock. Final moments of the 3rd quarter. Cornette right through his hands and out of bounds. 7:05 tip. Down in Florida. 81-71, Celtics. Holiday over Banchero for 2 on the foul. The ball moving, Pritchard, 3 to shoot. Pritchard, fend off, bounce, White fires. It's short. And Wagner knocks it over to his teammate. Banchero splits defenders and he's fouled. Playoff game because of the right wrist injury. Banchero, it's off. White grabs the loose ball. Brown, one-on-one. Oh, shake, bake. Tip and goes. It's White. Brown, one-on-one. Oh, shake, bake. Tip and goes. It's White. Black drives, and he's fouled by White. White lets it fly. Got it! Downtown hit. The experience factor for Orlando. Wagner lines it up. In and out. Celtics. Horford sets the screen for White. It's good! Derrick White, cha-ching!
That patch.
Be a big defenseman. White, short, Horford gets in there for the offensive rebound. Gets in there for the offensive rebound. Swing it, Horford, drive it, kick it, White, short. Popped up in the air and Black claims it. Brown one-on-one. Off the heel. And a loose ball foul on White.
And use that 6'10" frame to get two easy ones.
Horford, corner three, got it! Al Horford with a triple to second for Boston. Tatum driving behind the back. Beautiful move, can't pay it off though. Horford got the offensive rebound. White, 4-3, hit it! Derrick White with his first basket. Pushing the lead back to 4. White, three-quarter court, didn't get enough on it. And the Magic put up 31 in the first quarter.
Fewer three-point attempts than any team in the league. Boston 47 a night in the regular season, only 7 to this point in the game.
So far, Banchero, 13 points. They all came in the first 8 minutes of the game. Here's a three from Harris, short, rebound White.
First look at Orlando gets a clean look, but it's the look Boston wants to give up.
Derrick White, cans a three. White with his second triple. Orlando, meanwhile, has missed 6 in a row, just 13 points in the quarter for the Magic. Here's White, no good on the three, and boarded by Carter.
Into our actions in the half court.
And he took Wagner out, too, during that timeout. Banchero staying on the floor, Katie, with those 3 fouls. They need that, but they won't get it. Caldwell Pope continues to struggle. Shot clock reset to 14. Now it's at 7. White fakes the pass and scores with the bank. They got Banchero with 3 fouls, trying to guard Derrick White, so White will drive right past him and score. 7 seconds to go. Tatum trying to drive and kick. Here's White. Swing. Brown for 3. Buries it. Jaylen Brown with 9/10 of a second left. Boston leading 30 seconds into the third quarter. Apologize for some audio difficulties. Here's Tatum lining up a 3. And Tatum drills another one.
When that ball comes back out, have those feet set, let it fly. Corey Joseph with a big basket.
White can't hit, so they have to win the night. Game 4 Sunday. White pull up and comes up way short on the elbow J. Shot clock at 4. Celtics playing without Drew Holiday, out with a hamstring injury. Rise and fire, no from White. Ball pinballs to Horford. Now Tatum tries the logo 3. Front rimmed it. 6 turnovers for Jason Tatum. Pocket pass Carter out to Wagner. And then Wagner falls down, lost the ball. White in front of the Magic bench, puts it on the floor, gets deep and scores. Derrick White now with 12. Boston back within 1 after the 3 free throws by Tatum. He's got 27. White blows by, but still maybe got a piece of that, but Carter cleans it up. He's been doing that a ton here in the third quarter.
Screen and roll with Tatum. Harris, good pressure on the ball. Now Tatum with it. Shot clock down to 2. 3-point shot way off by White.
White, he'll pop. Come up short on the 3. Isaac with the rebound. Shot clock at 5, and Anthony's pass intended, I guess, for Wagner. Wagner's got 27. Banchero has 27. Wagner looking to drive on Tatum. Missed the shot, moving sideways, rebound.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown coming there as the help defender over the top with that hand bothered Wagner.
Tatum all the way to the goal, lays it in and a foul. Boston led by as many as 11. That was in the first half. Derrick White gets past Caldwell Pope all the way to tie the game at 91.
Under the basket.
Inbound Wagner. Oh, he missed it right at the rim. That was a great play. They just couldn't execute. White up the court all the way to the cup, and it's a 2-point game.
Derrick White had that big game 1, scored 30 in that one. Holiday has been shelved in back-to-back games, and it is White who gets the first Boston basket.
Jaylen Brown cut off by Powell on the baseline. And White jumps into the air, still had the ball. 3-point shot by Porzingis is no good. Jaylen Brown cut off by Powell on the baseline. And White jumps into the air, still had the ball. three-point shot by Porzingis is no good.
It's a turnover. Tatum on the run. Wagner and Banchero get back. Three-pointer in transition, no good. White with an offensive rebound.
Banchero and Wagner, not only to score, they're the guys who have to create all the shots.
Nice rim run by Porzingis. White set him up. Orlando presents some challenges to Boston that almost no other team can present. As Porzingis, another rim run set up again by Derrick White.
And Mo Wagner, probably the best bench big guy in the league. He's averaging like 13 points a game.
White drives it on Carter. Quick release, able to score. And let's not blow over the fact that's a 6'10 guy making plays like that. He and Banchero are point guards and big men bodies. Nice take to the basket by White. And let's not blow over the fact that's a 6'10 guy making plays like that. He and Banchero are point guards and big men bodies. Nice take to the basket by White. Came in game 2. And White.
But when he rolls, he is very dangerous. And even versus the switch, he's just putting the defender on his back.
Wendell Carter back. Paolo Banchero feeds a corner. Caldwell Pope for three. Missed it. Rebound.
Well, for the last couple of years. And they do take Boston out of their comfort zone.
Porzingis for three. That one's good.
That's his first turnovers against full court pressure.
Banchero again on Hauser. Turns away from Pritchard and missed it. White with a rebound. Magic had just one offensive rebound tonight. Just a moment ago with Banchero. That's been it. Celtics doing a good job on the defensive glass. And now Brown. Straight line drive, able to put it in. On that one.
They would love for him to get it going. Came into the night shooting 18%, 17% from three.
Wagner shakes Horford. Three-pointer short. Tatum with a board. All tied. Approaching the 2-minute mark. Horford in deep. Drops the shoulder and drops one in on Wagner. Duke on Duke. Carter wins it. Banchero. And that is off his leg. Gets a block. Here's Joseph again. And Brown secures it. We saw Porzingis shooting during the halftime. He did have a heat wrap on his ankle as Brown goes straight to the basket for a two-handed jam.
Now, you don't say this too often with the Magic. To score in the half court against the other one, so if they can get out in transition, they can get some shots like that.
And the style. Ball's moving well. White once again for three, comes up short again. That's back-to-back misses from beyond the arc for Derrick White. 4 to shoot. Banchero gives it up. Now Joseph long three. That was a tough shot with Brown closing.
Matched up against the young star.
White shakes KCP, and now Carter knocks him off the block. White with free throws. Mark Davis has been around a long time. This is playoff game number 208 for Mark Davis. Boston by one. White one more. Boston's first missed free throw, and White cashes in 1 out of 2. White for three. Got it. Wow, needed that one. Derrick White. Bump knees as well in game 3. There might be a re-injury there. Here's White. White for three. Got it. Big shot. Derrick White.
To not make everything into a one-on-one game.
Wagner finds Black. Black for three. Back higher. There's White with a rebound. Boston forcing Orlando into those three-pointers. That is not their strength. That's right where the Celtics want the Magic. Tatum. Got it. Back-to-back possessions. White and Tatum. Tough bucket by Wagner. He was behind the backboard when he let that go. White once again, no good. There's Black with a rebound. Tatum in the corner, in and out. And Al Horford hustling for the rebound. White fakes the pass, lays it in. Savvy, Derrick White. Tatum's got another 30-point game. Coming off 36 in game 3. Wagner for three, no. And White with the rebound.
Using the window. Here comes Contavious Caldwell Pope. They want to push the pace. Orlando's traditionally a slow-paced team, But when you pick up the pace, things like that happen.
Yeah, sometimes there's going to be turnovers when you push the pace, but Orlando's going to have to roll the dice because they're not scoring that well in the half court. They're going to have to get transition buckets tonight.
Porzingis, his second consecutive possession, getting a shot off. Physicality, there's been a lot of that in this series. Franz Wagner driving. Wagner getting the roll.
And one, that's tough right there.
Brown falls, Hauser gets it, cornered it White. The three, no good. Now 0 for 5 from distance as well. He's got 5 on just 2 of 6. Black misses the second. Ball tipped around, comes out to Pritchard. He puts on the brakes, finds Isaac. Isaac air ball right to Black. Black, reverse lay-in, no. Second attempt goes right to Derrick White. Magic, the 7 seed in the Eastern Conference.
And Cole Anthony Lee is the wild card for this Magic team. As we see Porzingis with the and one.
32-26 lead for Orlando. Wagner gets 2 on their feet, and he got fouled. Great move by Wagner. Boston with the ball, trailing 34-26 in game 5. Derrick White, nice move. White doesn't get the roll.
He's in position to do just that.
Celtics have yet to make a 3, 0 for 5. White, the floater, goes down. Derrick White with his first points of the game. White from downtown. 0 for 6.
Celtics still can't buy one from behind the arc. Magic get quality looks, but they do not knock them down at a high rate.
White fakes on a 3, drives. Anthony there, commits the foul. Derrick White will get a 3 the old school way.
Magic get quality looks, but they do not knock them down at a high rate.
White fakes on a 3, drives. Anthony there, commits the foul. Derrick White will get a 3 the old school way.
Knowing that they need somebody that can generate offense on his own and then be somebody that can knock down shots on the weak side. Teams that gets lost in translation.
Derrick White looking for Cornet.
And yet again, another turnover.
The ninth.
Had to clean that up, giving up an offensive rebound on the very first possession.
White looking for Boston's first 3. It won't happen there.
You got to give help.
Wagner over to Joseph. Last 10 missed threes for Orlando.
Playing strong basketball, but more importantly for the Celtics, when you think big picture, we understand that
Wagner from 3, no.
We understand that
Pritchard didn't get called for a push-off, misses, comes back to Pritchard. White back to Pritchard. Pritch, please!
You've been waiting to get that one off all game.
Pritchard hounded by Black. Over to Brown. Brown thinks about it, then pulls. Remember when Boston couldn't hit one from 3? Celtics looking to join the top-seeded Cavaliers and Indiana in the second round. Luke Cornet. And Jamal Mosley calling a timeout, and he's screaming at the official.
3-point shots, and the Magic were stuck in mud when Paolo went out of the game offensively.